guess we've got to find another way inside then. Find us some of them space marines. I think I can only do a Cockney accent because the friggin' orcs in the Space Marine game. That's the only thing I'm impersonating. But I just realized it's actually pretty good. I was like, oh yeah, just talk like a Space Marine orc. Sorry, Cockney people, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess that's... So if you're playing Warhammer 40,000 and you select and you kill an orc, guess what? You're racist. Like extra credits. Orcs are just black people. It's like, what? What? Why would you think that? No one thinks that. I mean, like, I'm sure there are people that do, but like, no one that isn't like a terrible person. There's nothing wrong with finding orcs evil, everybody. Like, I mean, granted, the World of Warcraft movie did a pretty good job of painting a sympathetic orc. I think Toby Kebbell's performance, though, helped a lot. He's a pretty good actor, man. He's in probably the best episode of Dark Mirror, which also features a certain Jodie Whittaker as his girlfriend. But, yeah, I think that episode is good. I think it's got The Entire History of You, I believe, is the name of that one. Toby Kebbell is also very good in the Guy Ritchie film Rock and Roll. Very good actor, Toby Kebbell. Unfortunately cast as Dr. Doom. Not unfortunate for him. Unfortunate, well, I mean, yes, unfortunate for him, not because of him. You know what I mean? So, like, he was cast as Dr. Doom, like Victor Von Doom, in a bad Fantastic Four movie, just like Miles Teller and, Michael B. Jordan and Kate Mara, all good actors. But, you know, it's just not... Yeah, the half-orc was kind of hot, too. Andrew's right in YouTube chat. There was a half-orc lady in the Warcraft movie. And I think they kind of, like, saw Avatar, and they're like, all right. We gotta make her bangable, I'm sorry. What? The orc? We gotta make the orc sexy. The orc. Yeah. You want to make the orc sexy. Look, she's a half-orc. We have a really, really attractive actress who's playing her. And if you see the human actress who plays that orc, oh man. Good times. Oh, yeah, because it was... Oh, she's also in one of the Mission Impossibles. In Ghost Protocol, right? Pretty sure it's that. Pamela... Is it Pamela something? Shit, I forget her name. She's very pretty, though. I'm pretty sure it was her who played her, right? It was, yeah. Pamela Palmer, something Palmer, Amanda Palmer. No, Amanda Palmer is something else.
Where is he?
Yeah, Orc. I mean, she was, though. I mean, and like, you could be like, oh, but what about those tusks? It's like, I mean, yeah, she still looked like an orc, kind of. So there was that, and you have to kind of get past that, but... You know, there was also like, hey, but as far as orcs go, not bad, right? Like, but I mean, hey, like, you're making a movie. It did well overseas, so like lots of people enjoyed the orc lady, I'm sure. And he also had what's it called? The dude who played Preacher, and as the king, and the guy from Vikings as... Wait, is he the dude who becomes the Frozen King? Shit, I really don't remember Warcraft lore very well anymore. The Frozen Throne dude, the guy who turns bad at the end of Warcraft 3, is he that guy? Or is he a different guy? Is he an earlier guy? Because I think the Warcraft movie was like hundreds of years before the games, wasn't it? So I was like, wait, he's not that guy. Like, some of the orcs are the same, but they have longer lifespans, don't they? Like Godan and stuff. Shit, I should watch that movie again. I think that it would be an interesting one. And actually, it's funny, speaking of David Bowie, we were mentioning David Bowie in the context of my androgynous mage being disturbing to me because I didn't make him feminine looking enough. And his mannerisms were just like, I think if I was, even though I was going to keep this guy male, I think I would make him look more like Alucard from Castlevania or something, right? Like I'd make him look kind of pretty, like a David Bowie type deal, and that's how David Bowie came up. The Warcraft movie is directed by Duncan Jones. David Bowie changed his name to David Bowie, which is a stage name, because his name was Davy Jones. And he did not want to be confused with either A, Davy Jones's Locker, or B, Davy Jones from the Monkees, so he changed his name to David Bowie. What I'm trying to say is Duncan Jones, director of the Warcraft film, the person who put a Blizzard property in live action, the only person who ever has, I believe now. Unless you count, like, the Diablo Halsey, the K-pop guy video, BTS guy video. The only guy who's ever done that is David Bowie's son, Duncan. Duncan Jones, son of Ziggy Stardust. Pretty crazy. He's David Bowie's insane lad. Get it? That's a little wordplay for you. But yeah, no, I kind of want to watch that movie again. I do have a lot of stuff on my plate to view. Yeah, Arcane is a good one. So the way you should watch Arcane is block off 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think, no, wait, 90 minutes plus 90, 45, 90 minutes plus another 45. Yeah, like 2 hours, basically, per 3-episode block. That's the way to do it. Watch them in 3-episode blocks, because they kind of play like 3 feature-length movies. And like, it won't seem like that, because especially when you're watching the first 3 episodes, you'll be like, no, this is just a TV show. But when you get to the end of the 3rd episode, you'll be like, oh, okay. And that's what your reaction is going to be. And just keep going. And, honestly, up until that point, I've heard a lot of people say it's a little slow. I don't agree. I actually really like the build-up that they have, and I think I mean, maybe it's in the context of I've seen the whole thing, so I know that it all pays off really well. But yeah, Arcane is really something special. It's amazing. Like, it's seriously good. I don't use the term masterpiece lightly when it comes to those things, but I think that it genuinely is one. It's very, very well written. And yeah, I recommend it highly. I watched Critical Drinker's review on it. He says it's more focused on good storytelling than just prop. Yes, exactly, and that's sort of what I mean, And it's good that hey, listen to Drinker, because he's pretty sharp on that stuff, sharper than I am, realistically, on pretty much everything. Will is one hell of a smart guy. Arcane has a lot of elements which on its face you could call woke. Like, easily it could be a title, like if you just read it in a synopsis and we're assuming that, oh, this is a Netflix animated show where they're adapting a video game, but it doesn't take place in the same canon and they're changing stuff and it's sort of its own mythology, even though it's still League of Legends, it's like, okay, like, are you gonna do it well? And they're like, yeah. And then they did. So it's like, yeah, there's an incredibly diverse cast of characters, both heroes and villains, all sorts of positions across the moral compass of like good, evil, and everything in between. Really well developed characters who have very interesting relationships with each other that are complex, and it's very tightly done in what are essentially 3 movies. Arcane Season 1 is effectively a trilogy of movies. Watch them in episodes, blocks of 3 episodes, and you will understand this, trust me. And it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. And plus, the characters originally look like... Yeah, that's another thing. Like, even though the characters in Arcane are redesigned in that they're given a new look for that art style, Vi still looks like Vi. Jinx still looks like Jinx. Like, they all look the way they look in the game, even though it's not really the same outfit, not really the same coloring. Even like Jinx's hair is a little bit less bright, it's more muted, but all the colors are kind of more muted and less cartoon looking. Like, it's a little bit more grounded. And I think that it was interesting that they did a more grounded take on League of Legends, which is like the least grounded video game ever, and they nailed the biggest thing they had to nail, man. They wrote a good story with really great characters. So yeah, Arcane, absolutely, everybody should watch it. Watch it in blocks of 3 episodes, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it.